pepper.
Don't touch your eyes.
Okay. Welcome back and happy Sunday. We are going to jump into getting the garden started. I have my computer out here. We have a roaring fire going because yesterday was what was it? Yesterday was really cold, even though it's almost spring, because it was bombogenising, beegenning. We'll call it beegenning. And so today is kind of cooler, but then for the rest of the week it's going to be nice and warm, which is perfect for planting. After I'm done planting the plants here, I'm going to bring them downstairs to that table with the grow light that you saw in my first Get It All Done video. And then in a couple weeks we're probably going to get like a nice shelf with some standard grow lights, but for now we're just going to do with what we have because, you know, those big metal shelves are expensive. So these I got off of Amazon for $29. It's a set of 5 seedling trays, 16 in each. These are the Humidity Domes. Can you see it? And you can see they have little holes in them for humidity. So the top looks like this. And those little microchip looking things are actually the grow lights. And then the top, the heating dome, has the holes in it, so you can see that you can have like full humidity by blocking them off completely, or you can twist it and choose how much aeration it gets. So depending on which plant you have, how temperamental they are, you can adjust the humidity that way, which I thought was pretty cool. And I guess the warmth, maybe? I don't know. So the kit also came with all of these planting tags, 7 planting tags, but there's only 5 containers, so that's kind of cool. And then it came with these cute little tools here, which I'm probably going to use for the entire process, because I've never seen anything like this. It's like a quadruple tool. I don't know what you would use this one for, like pulling a plant out without disturbing the roots maybe. And then this one maybe for raking it across, like those really zen gardens, those sand gardens that were big in the early 2000s. And then obviously for making holes, and then I assume for putting dirt into a cup. So look how cute this is. $29. It also came with cords. We don't have a ton of trays yet, and we don't have a ton of grow lights yet. So I wanted something that could handle peppers, because we're growing a lot of hot peppers. Those are temperamental pepper plants, and we want to make sure that they grow because, you know, Jens loves his spice. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Okay. Never mind. There were 3 more plant tags. So that's those. I think that's kind of cool, right? We'll see what happens. I'll give you a review. If it sucks, I'll tell you, and then you don't have to buy it. Yesterday, while we were at Lowe's picking up paint samples for a video that you are going to see hopefully this month, if not in April, which would be the kitchen remodel. Check it out. Oriental Lilies. 9 bulbs for $9.98. I am so excited about this. So lilies are actually my favorite flower. Very specifically, I love Oriental lilies, these kinds, and I love calla lilies, which are normally associated with funerals and death, but they are also my favorite. And in fact, the only reason I didn't buy calla lily bulbs yet is I haven't found any of the dark, like purpley black calla lily bulbs online that I feel like is a good price, like a decent price like this, but that has also gotten good reviews. Everyone who has purchased the bulbs that I have found online seem to give it poor reviews because they say either A, they're not germinating, B, they're not perennial in the zones that they say they are perennial, and C, they got a completely different plant altogether. Like, it's not even the same plant. So I'm going to wait and maybe wait until the nurseries around me start stocking those bulbs and pick them out there, because I don't want just any calla lilies. I specifically want the purplish black ones. But in the meantime, these will go in the front of the house, and it's a mixed bag, so you'll have, I guess, all three varieties here. I think that would be so, so pretty in front of the house. I also got these. So this is a mixed sunflower bag. I am mostly excited about, and Jens laughs every time I tell him about this, but the big teddies, or the teddy bear sunflowers. Ah! They're the ones, wait, I gotta check the fire. Okay, I'll be right back. I have to do the fire. Fire's looking good, everything's good. So anyway, it's over 10 varieties? Can't be over 10 varieties. Actually, it says it's over 15 varieties. Look at it. I don't know if it's focusing, but look at it. 15 varieties. I'll read them to you. Autumn Beauty. I actually think that's a really pretty flower. I hope it works out. I'm going to try to save some of these seeds for next year, but honestly, this wasn't that expensive. I think it was like $5 or $6. I'll put the price right here. So there's Autumn Beauty, Velvet Queen, Lemon Queen, Red Sun, Evening Colors, and more. But the teddy bear one is ironically covered by the label here, but you can see it in the background. I'll put a picture of it right here. So cute. It reminds me of Big Bird. All right, so the next thing we got, I haven't even opened these yet. I was waiting for you. Let's see. Oh my gosh.
That's right.
Okay, so this one is kind of a big deal, okay? Like, I know that Jens and I are already kind of a big deal, but I think this sets us over the top. So first of all, this is a Thai basil, an opal basil. Beautiful purple color. That's also going to be going in the front of the house, along with the lilies and this beautiful Brazilian pepper bush that comes in beautiful, vibrant colors. It's going to be amazing. And then I also have black roses. I'm going to put a picture of what it's supposed to look like right here. I mean, it's going to be a moment. And we're going to put it towards the back of the property because obviously roses are a bit aggressive plants. And I don't want them anywhere near the foundation of the house. I don't want them near any of the windows of the house because I know that vines tend to kind of creep their way into window frames and under window screens, all that stuff, under the roof, right, between the gutters. You just don't want that. So I'm going to put it towards the back of the house where the forest is, and I'm going to let it go crazy, like prolific. There's already a bunch of vines back there that we had to clear out when we were clearing away all of the twigs and brush from the previous owners. So I think it's going to make itself right at home. And I think it's just going to look really cool and really edgy and moody, which is the vibe that I'm really going for with this house. All right, so the next one, again, I don't remember what this is. And we still have more things coming, which is surprising to me because I don't feel like I'm waiting on many more things, but I know there's something that I'm waiting on. So what does this say? Habanero Pepper Seed Collection. Look how legit this collection comes. It's just like ready for you to tear open and enjoy. So this is most of why I bought those little grow kits, that 5-pack. But there's also this. This is a ghost pepper plant that comes in a little container that I got for Jens for Christmas. Because he loves ghost peppers, Carolina Reapers, habanero peppers, anything spicy that also has flavor. So this pepper... Jens, don't freak out.
What happened?
Don't freak out.
I'm fine. I won't freak out. What happened?
I tried to rip open the packet. All of the other packets ripped open along the same line, and a bunch of the seeds came out.
Oh, are they all like mixed up with each other now?
I don't know, but I'm going to try very gentle to separate them.
Okay.
Okay, so we had a blunder, but that's okay. I'm not going to waste these pepper seeds that are in front of me right now, actually. I'm probably just going to plant them. I just don't know what they are, is the problem. So, okay, but I can feel this one, and it still has a ton of seeds in it. So this one is a chocolate. Gosh, I'm so upset that it just ripped like this. So, okay, if you buy this packet, don't rip it along the line, because maybe I'm just like Hulk strength or something, but it ripped really easily. So this is, try not to spill any seeds, chocolate habanero pepper. And look how interesting that looks. It looks like a chocolatey, like if I saw a pepper grow, thank you, honey.
Don't touch your eyes.
Okay. I didn't do it yet, but I was thinking about it.
Okay.
If I saw a pepper that looked like this, I would probably think it was going rotten. Because I'm not used to seeing chocolate colored peppers. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see how that comes off. Let me just tape this up. Oh, I feel so bad. It took a while to tape up all of those packets, and I just picked up whatever seeds I could find around me and put them in the envelope that it came in that did all the damage in the first place. So I am going to plant those because each of these packets only come with 30 seeds, and it just seems like a waste because, you know, I mean, they're not the most expensive, but they're not cheap. These are organic pepper plants, so I'm not going to waste it. Anyway, so after the chocolate pepper, we have the orange habanero pepper. I'm pretty sure these are in most supermarkets, so this one probably isn't a surprise. This one is a lemon habanero pepper. The chocolate ones go as low as 200,000, but it looks like it also can peak at up to 300,000 on the Scoville scale. So they're all pretty similar so far. The next one, I think, is another traditional one, the red habanero pepper. I'm not even going to read it because I think we've all seen these. But this one caught my eye. This one and the chocolate one was the reason why I got this variety pack. I want to try new things, you know what I mean? Like stuff that I don't ever find in the grocery store. And this is one of those things. This is a white habanero pepper. Listen to this. Peppers are relatively small in size, 95 to 100 days to harvest. Look at how interesting these look. They almost look like little melons, like cucumber melons without the dark green design or something. Or like the, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting the name of the fruit? I used to eat a certain fruit when I was a little girl. It's popular in Spanish culture. If I remember it, I'll put it up here. But it kind of reminds me of that too. Okay, so we have, what did I show you? The lilies, sunflowers, black roses, opal basil, 5 different varieties of peppers. And then what's in here? Let's try not to rip it open, shall we? Oh, the glass gem corn. Wait, can you see that? There it is. I'll put a picture of that right here too. So this one I'm excited for aesthetic reasons, but I also wanted to double check and make sure that they're edible because last time I checked, I've never personally eaten a glass gem corn cob. I always thought they were just for aesthetics and like you probably shouldn't eat them, but it turns out that some of them are edible. It turns out we need to start our corn. I'm checking my spreadsheet here because that's how serious I'm going with this. You need to start the corn in this zone, which is zone 6B. All of my corn varieties do not need to be started until May 12th up to June 2nd. They'll be planted directly into the ground on our side forest area, and then from there I'll make sure to provide enough ground cover to make sure that they don't dehydrate and that they have ample sunshine. So that's that. And this is going to be combined with our sweet corn seeds that we got on our very first video here. I ordered a bunch of Amish popcorn kernels that had white corn, yellow corn, purple corn, all these different corns. I'm going to try to plant those too and see if they grow. I mean, I assume that they're not irradiated because they're Amish products, and so they tend to not irradiate things like supermarkets do so that you can't grow your own products. So we'll see. I'll let you know. So we're also waiting on a couple other things, but I ended up getting a spring variety of tulips. I just always imagined if I owned a little Cape house that in the springtime there would be like, you know, vibrant colors. And I also always imagined perennial planting schedules. Like I would plant a bunch of things once and then year after year they would just continue to come back. I don't have to think about it. I can just go outside and enjoy them. I have been sprouting some potatoes in this very fancy sprouting container, right? Cottonelle box. So I have a sweet potato here that looks like it has started a couple sprouts. So what I'm going to do, and I also have some gold potatoes in here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them, I'm going to shank them, and then I'm going to put them inside of some cups with water and let them grow. Once they get to a decent size, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the ground. So we'll see how we do with our own potato starts. If they don't work out very well, that's okay. I'll just buy potato starts from the nursery. Okay, I feel like I've been talking a lot. Let's get started. First things first, let's get these peppers planted, because now that it's fresh in my head and I have these kind of loosey-goosey and I've already messed up once, I kind of just want to redeem myself and get them safely inside their very fancy little containers. 6 to 8 weeks prior to last frost. Prevent root shocks. Sow your seeds in peat pots at depth of 1/4 inch under topsoil. Transplant when the weather is warm and the plants are about 1 foot tall. Okay. Alright, so let's get started, shall we? I also have gardening gloves right there. I'm not going to use it though. I like playing with dirt. So I have my spray bottle here. I usually use this when I style my hair when it's curly. So I'm just going to repurpose it. Spray my seed pouches here. We're just going to punch some holes. See how many fell on the ground. And let's try not to drop them on the ground again. Yeah, this is like a good amount of seeds. They all ripped open and they all gave me a bunch of seeds that I'm now going to fill back up. I don't know. What do you think? I'll think about it. Let me just top them off with some soil. This feels like a lot of pepper plants. Like, if anyone had 30 habanero pepper plants growing at the same time, you would think, wow, they must make like a hot sauce on a commercial scale. Like they must run their own Etsy or something. But we don't. We're just a household of two who likes to eat and, you know, make beacon and hot sauces and things like that. So, I don't know, 30 to 32 habanero plants seems like a lot of habanero plants. Now I'm just going to moisten it one more time. Okay, now let's get the lid on here. It's so cute! It's so tiny! Okay. And then the grow light / humidity control piece. Half and half. Let's keep the holes half exposed. So by twisting this, I'm just closing it off halfway. Just because I did just put a lot of water on it, but I didn't water it thoroughly yet. So we'll see. These will also take up to 3 to 4 weeks to germinate, so it should take a while. But before I get to that point, I want to show you guys what this looks like. So they're all connected to the same USB input, and then it spiders off into like these 5 different, this is like an old Samsung Connect. You might be able to tell it's like flat on one side. No!
No!
I will remember you. Da-da-da-da-da. Will you remember me? Don't let your ride pass me by. Weep now for the memories. All right, so this is the wreckage. But I wanted to show you what those little kits look like when they're plugged in. Look at this. Isn't that so cute? I gotta say though, these holes look a lot better than the last ones. I've got holes. Hey! I've got holes. In different area codes. Area codes. Ooh! Alright, so this fire is kicking my bum. Like my elbow has never been warmer. I feel like I'm on a beach getting sunburned. So I have the Roma tomatoes on these back 2, so that I'm going to start 6. And then I have the tomatillos on these right here. Okay, so first of all, the tomatillo seeds are like negative microns thick. It is so small. It's borderline like a poppy seed. Holy cannoli. I could probably get away with putting like 3 or 4 of these in each one. Actually, if I'm being real with myself. Yeah, I think I'm just going to close up the holes, put the seeds on top of the moist soil, and then backfill it with new soil and then moisten that as well. That's what I'm going to do. It sounds like a good plan, right? Yes. I'm glad you agree. And now here is some of the ash from our fireplace. We burn oak only. So this is oak ash. So I'm going to take my little scoopa. In the lab we call long sticks that look like this a scoopula. I think it makes sense. Like no one calls it a scoopula, but I'm going to call it a scoopula. So laboratory terms prevail. All right. And there you have it. Another 2 plants down. So that's 7 so far. We have officially planted 7 varieties of plants this afternoon. I only have another 13 to go. We're halfway done. All right, so off camera, we all saw the mixed habanero ones. And then these are the tomatillos and Roma tomatoes. I also planted opal basil and sweet basil, 6 cells in each. And I overseeded many of these just because I assume that not 100% of them will propagate, but if they do, I'll just choose the best ones. And then I have chives and oregano in this one. And then over here, I have English lavender and black rose. I didn't know until after I had finished planting these that black rose needs to be refrigerated for 2 months. So I closed the humidity trap on the top. I'm not planting this, or I'm not connecting this to the light situation here. I'm just going to stick this in the basement. It says in the fridge for 10 to 12 weeks, but our basement is super duper cool. So I think it'll be fine in the basement. And then, if you remember, I had made these like newspaper pots because I had read somewhere that these are really good for transplanting directly into the ground since they break down. For my Oriental Lilies, these are technically you can plant these bulbs directly into the ground, but since we're still having some frosty nights, I'm gonna start them indoors using these newspaper pots. So I have 6 here. I have 9 bulbs, so I'm going to make 3 more. And basically all you do is you use like a wine bottle, or here I have an olive oil bottle, and you wrap it around the bottom and then you fold the top down. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get closer. I guess you don't fold the top down. You can fold the bottom in so that it closes it up, but like that. But yeah, I'm just gonna make 3 more, plant these lilies, and then move on to my greenery. I think I did forget to show these. I saw I don't know if she was a horticulturist or a nursery owner or someone, probably a homesteader, now that I'm thinking about it, mentioned buying these Hearst's ham beans. It has 15 different varieties of beans, and apparently they've had luck propagating all 15 varieties. So, yeah, I mean, the varieties are northern beans, pinto beans, large lima beans, yellow eye beans, garbanzo, baby lima, green split pea, kidney, cranberry bean, small white bean, pink bean, small red, yellow split pea, lentil, navy, white kidney, and black bean. So this will be planted with the 3 sisters. So we'll have the beans, we'll have the corn, and we'll have the squash going on the side yard in the fall. But this is not going to be a today thing or even a summer succession thing. I think we're just going to plant these directly in the ground when we move the corn outside.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed.
So now I'm going to toss in my tulip, or I'm sorry, my lily bulbs. And you can see the roots are actually not very moist. They're actually pretty dry. So what I might do instead, before I throw them in there, is to fill this cup with water. And then I think I'm going to soak these for about 10 or 15 minutes, just until the roots start to swell. Yeah, my instincts are telling me to soak these for a second, so I'll be right back.
All right, it's been about like 10 minutes, and as a reminder, this is how the lily bulbs start off. It looks really dry, and then this is how they look after like 10 minutes. Let's see if we see a difference. What do you think? I mean, this feels really brittle. If you've ever messed with hay, that's how this feels. And this feels alive. It feels like it's full, like it has sucked up some moisture. So I don't know. I'm of the mindset that soaking them has helped, but you can let me know. I'm gonna drop it in here. And I am going to cover it with soil, and then I'm going to soak some more. But while that was going on, I wanted to show you I started some potato sprouts. All right, a lot has happened off camera because a lot of it was redundant, but you can see that our initial plants are going strong. I don't know, I might leave them up here. I kind of like having them right there, being able to check up on them and see their progress. We'll see. So let me show you what I did. Okay, so first of all, let's appreciate the mess. This is everything. Not too shabby considering how much got done. So these are the Oriental Lily bulbs. These are going to go directly outside where bushes and shrubs should be surrounding the house, but we surprisingly have none. These are the gold potatoes that we had sprouted and 2 sweet potatoes. These are the extra that I just didn't have the space or the time to work on, but you can see right there. That's a sprouted sweet potato. That's what I mean by sprouted. Oh no. Oh no. Focus. Okay. That's a sprouted sweet potato. This is a stack of all of the seeds that we planted today. And these are all the seeds that we have left to plant.
Still quite a bit. And the beans over there. So these are going downstairs on the table with the grow light. And so are these. If you saw my video last week, you would have seen this kit. It comes with 2 trays, 100 of these biodegradable cups. I think it's 15 labels, 2 of the humidity dome lids, and what else? Oh, and it came with a lot of the same tools as the other thing that I had. So these are the labels that came with that, but the tiny little containers over here, those came with these labels. So slightly different, but of the same material where you can like wash them off and stuff. It came with 2 markers, and then this and this. So that's what came in with this kit. And in these trays, I'm planting 1 row of bunching onions, 1 row of Utah celery, 1 row, actually 2 rows of leeks, so 6 cups, 1 row of spinach, and then 1 row of Brussels sprouts. Again, please don't mind the mess in here. I still have to sweep and mop because I've been throwing dirt literally everywhere. And then the second tray has 2 rows of kale, 2 rows of baby choy, and 2 rows, I don't know why I said that so weird, baby choy, 2 rows. And then 2 rows of Bib lettuce. For tomorrow, we have the Brazilian pepper bushes showing up. I am super, super excited to plant those. I'm just excited to see them like blossom, like fruit, I guess. They seem really, really interesting. And I looked at it, and apparently the peppers are edible and they're spicy. They may not taste as good as some of the other spicy peppers. Maybe that's why they're not so popular to eat. I'm not entirely sure. We'll let you know. I'm going to have some white primroses. I think it's going to just go off. I think it's going to pop off. The colors contrasting between the two with the nice like warm tones of the woods back there. And with that, I just want to thank you all for spending time with me today. I want to thank you all if you have liked this video. Subscribe if you're new. Hope to see you next week, and thanks for stopping by.